This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
On the show today, we speak to hospitality workers about the stuff that they have seen that we wouldn't know about unless they told us.
Yeah, Sean, what about your entrepreneurial son?
Well, he's profiteering off free tickets I gave him and stitching one of the other children. Anyway, you hear about that?
Wow, people are just lining up to get pooed on by gibbons. We're going to talk to David from the Perth Zoo about whether it's a good idea or not.
And has your mum given herself a nickname? Kelsey Brown from the West Coast Fever. That's happened to her.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Very open on this show.
No red flags whatsoever.
Straight up the bum.
It's 6:05. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Happy Wednesday, my friend.
No.
Happy Wednesday. We're getting there. Slowly. Real slowly. Super slowly.
Yeah.
Kelsey Brown's going to be back this morning.
good.
West Coast Fever flying.
She
missed
playing that. We missed her.
She didn't play. She didn't play last Saturday, and I think they did miss her drive through the mid-court, Sean. As we
It's good for
in the
contract
know.
negotiations.
Isn't it just?
We're getting the executive director from Perth Zoo on today.
We've got
some questions about the new gibbon exposure and wondering how much we're actually going to get crapped on.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whether the gibbons can just jump down and run away.
It's
I want to know that.
so
too.
many questions.
Because once gibbons discover gravity, we might be in trouble. Because I assume they land on their feet like cats.
I hope they're happy
Well, I
with
think
us,
so.
gibbons. I hope
Yeah.
I hope they like us. So
Yes.
they're all right, those people.
Otherwise,
Just
we
so
could
you
tear our
know-
arms off.
Yeah.
Gibbons, we're pro-gibbon.
love
So just
it.
so you know,
Love
we'll
it.
state that publicly.
Who hasn't got a mate called Gibbo in their life?
We all do.
Yes.
You have to. It's compulsory.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Sorry, my
you right there?
my new headphones, they squeak.
They squeak.
You need some CRC,
I know.
mate.
Yeah.
Need some CRC.
It's not squeaking.
No, they'll squeak. Yeah, they squeak every now and then. Can you see your headphones?
Oh, we'll give it a go.
Do you have a can of CRC at your house? I don't.
No.
No,
Wait,
no,
no,
Sean.
Sean.
But Sean's got neighbours that have got things.
John, there are men that always have a can of CRC,
Yeah.
and they're us.
Well,
Yeah.
Does anyone else, Harry? Do you have CRC at your house? No, you're living at your parents' house.
Yeah, but I buy the odd can here and there.
CRC.
Just, I don't know, keep everything lubricated.
Sam, you've never had a can of CRC, have you?
No,
He doesn't know.
WD-40.
Yes.
Oh, you have WD-40.
Yeah.
Why?
For squeaky doors.
How? You got WD-40?
Because we've got an older home.
Yeah.
So, like...
Are you de-squeaking your home all the time? My house doesn't... I've never had a squeak.
well,
Do
they're
you
for
have a squeak?
emergency. No, my house is kind of.
Do you have it? Do you have squeak?
Oh, of course, my house was built in
So where's your
1908. Everything's
WD-40?
illegal. I don't care. I just live with it. It's like having a friend. It's my squeaky house.
That's surprising.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, last night was Macklemore's second concert. If you
Yeah.
saw some videos getting around the day before, everyone's
Going
having
off.
a wicked time.
He announced to the crowd, can you please, everyone stand up and put your phones down because we're at a concert. Take a quick photo and let's just enjoy this
it.
time together because otherwise we're going to get pissed off is what he said. The crowd cheered. No one put their phones
phones
down.
down.
And I've
Nathan.
seen all the videos on Instagram.
No,
There was
it's
nobody.
not-
It happened at Coldplay as well.
It's
Chris
like,
Martin said,
come
for
on.
this song, just put your phones down and enjoy the moment. And people filmed it.
You know what it is?
Like, you're just watching people film it. It's like,
It is
one
bloody
song he asked you to do
social
it for.
media is this beast that people
Yeah.
feel like they need to feed. It's like quickly show that you were there
Yeah.
if you need to show that you were there, and then that's
Enjoy it.
And also, everyone's
no one-
footage is the same.
I tell you right now, unless you're looking at someone else's feed, no one is going. You never sit back down and look at that
No.
concert footage that you took
no, you don't.
ever
You
before.
don't. Never before. So about a month ago, my youngest son, he comes to me, Dad, can you any chance you can get me some Macklemore tickets? And I said, probably not, but I'll ask when I go into work. We used to probly when I first
Yeah.
started, but you guys
Open
showered
slather.
in tickets before.
Yeah.
But
Oh, now
Much
we don't
harder
get much stuff. So
Yeah.
anyway, I asked our teammate Pricey if there's any chance, and she basically said it was going to be a bit difficult, sold out.
Yeah.
And I was cool with that. Couple of days last week, my older son said, "Oh, Dad, any chance you can get me some Macklemore tickets?" And I said, "Absolutely zero chance."
Yeah.
And if some happen to come across my desk by an absolute miracle, then your brother's already asked for them.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, no worries," because we weren't expecting them to come. So on last Friday, before we left work, Pricey comes up to me and she says, "I've got you some Macklemore tickets."
Oh, what a magician.
Wow.
So I tell the oldest son, by the way, he on Saturday that I've got these tickets. His reasoning for wanting them was his girlfriend's birthday yesterday.
And he was too cheap to buy her a present.
Well, he couldn't. He was thinking that would be a good surprise,
Right.
and he was happy to pay for them.
Right.
But
So why didn't you go into the ticket place and buy them?
because they're all sold out.
Were they?
Yeah.
Did they sell out?
Both
shows.
concerts.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where was it?
HBF Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said, I've got these 2 tickets, but your brother was the one who asked me first. You know, I have to do a deal with him. Now, I thought the deal would have been, I'll take you, or if he really wanted them for his girlfriend, then he would just do a deal somewhere with Ollie. I don't know, take him to school a few times. Maybe if he gave him a couple of dollars for it, that'd be fine. So Ollie set the bar that he wanted $115 each ticket.
For the tickets that he got for free.
The ones that he got for free.
The ones he got for free.
So wait there, if anyone's giving money for the tickets, why wasn't it be you? And then you could give the money to Pricey.
Yeah. so
They
she
were
can
free.
eat. And I thought it was all, shits and giggles until yesterday we got in the car, and I'd forwarded the tickets to Lachlan just yesterday so he could go last night for his girlfriend's birthday. They could have a great time. And I said, Ollie, when I got him in the car yesterday, I said, oh, by the way, I don't think you should be charging Lachlan that amount of money at all. At all, if you're going to make any kind of money off him, then you should have, you could sell him his ticket and give the other one, because I was getting 2. And he goes, no. And I went, yeah, well, that's how it works. He's your brother. You got him for free, mate.
Yeah. Family and friends still.
No, he said, that doesn't work, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't work. He did the deal with me. The deal's done. I've got his money. He's already paid me.
So 200.
So what he got, in the end, Lachlan only paid him $215. So $107.
He beat him down.
$107.50 a ticket. He
paid him down $15.
It's amazing how quickly Lachlan came up with the cash, considering he hasn't been able to pay his board for a while.
I was thinking the same. Not $1, not $8.
I don't ever sell anything that I'm a person that just gives stuff away.
Yeah.
Like,
if you get it for free, I would never.
No, but I literally just give stuff away, and I always wonder, like, I've given away couches, I've given away fridges and all that sort of stuff.
Same.
And, like, really, if you chuck that up on Gumtree or whatever like that, you're going to pull some money back from that. I wonder how much money people have made off me giving them stuff.
Yeah, taking your freebie and then on selling it.
Yeah, and it's only because I can't be asked. And then also I just think, like, oh, well, they can, I'm going to pass it on. You need it, you know, or you want it.
Didn't Ellie do that?
Oh, what did she do? No, she gave it away. I gave Ellie my fridge and dryer.
Oh, and she gave the dryer away.
I don't know where the fridge is. We'll get her in.
We'll get her in.
I don't know where the fridge is, but she gave the dryer then to Amy.
Right.
Did she sell it? Do we know that she might have sold it to Amy?
We'll get to the bottom of this. But should we talk about other people that have
got things for free and
profiteering?
Yeah,
profiteering off a free.
There'll be someone that made a packet over something they were given. Watch.
So were you given something and then you on-sold it for cash? So Nathan gave you some things because you moved into the apartment that he moved out of.
Yes, and then I said to Ellie, do you need anything? And she goes, well, I don't have a fridge. And she goes, and I don't have a dryer. And I said, well, here, I'll just leave them here. There you go. They're yours.
And you left me a chopping board, which I still have.
A chopping board and a lamp. To leave your lamp?
Yes, the lamp.
Leave
Yes,
a lamp.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Turned off, though.
So
the dryer, obviously, I passed on to Amy.
For free?
For free, absolutely. And I even delivered it. I lifted it myself.
That was brand new, that dryer,
was
by the
it?
way. Yeah.
I really need a dryer. Amy can have it back. And then the fridge I left to my housemate as part of a package of furniture that I left behind for a small fee. I don't remember.
She does remember. She does.
No, it was,
So
it was
a
couple of hundred?
No, I don't think so.
More?
No, honestly, less.
What, you're saying you left a package of furniture for $50?
That included a fridge?
But it's not all your furniture, it's my furniture that I was leaving.
I get that.
So
I
don't know exactly what cost what.
So the lamp,
was
the lamp in the package?
Oh, I think so. I don't remember.
So do you think maybe you can work out the math of what you sold it for and what my cut is? Or?
That'd be nice.
Sure. I mean, sure. I don't know. Is that wrong? I feel bad now.
My thing is that fridge, I gave it to you and then you gave it to her because she was still living there, wasn't she? I wonder if that fridge is ever moving out of that apartment.
Probably not.
I wonder if in 100 years that fridge is still going to be passed on to somebody.
Amazing. All right.
I want to quickly talk about the renovations here. It's been enraging me seeing some of the stuff that they have just gotten rid of without selling. And I'm going, like, sell it and put it into a booze fund for the staff or something.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
a good idea.
We had this giant boardroom table here.
It broke into 4 pieces, so it was
was
actually really adjustable, and you could adapt it to different rooms and stuff.
Literally, if you were to ask somebody for $500, and that's cheap as chips because it would have cost thousands, that would have been a bargain for any startup.
Yeah.
But we just got rid of it, and then there was something else that was advertised the other day. Sam?
Oh, yeah, on Marketplace. I saw our old switchboard panel.
Panel. So the thing that controls the radio station, they were the old switch ones,
Yeah, so somebody obviously ripped it out in the demo and now is flogging it online.
How much?
$2,000.
They said they'd marked it down from 4.
Yeah, down from 4.
Are you serious, Sean?
We should be doing that.
I know. You don't have any follow through. I know. Let's go to Chili in Baldivis. Hi, Chili.
Hey guys.
Hey, Chili.
All right. Did you get something for free and then flog it for cash?
So I was actually the one who gave something for free. So I did a wardrobe clean out. Probably had about 3 garbage bags full of clothes that I've given to my mum's friend who had a young daughter.
Yeah.
About probably 3 weeks later, I'm going through Instagram and seeing that the young daughter's made a buy and sell page.
With your stuff?
I've gone on the buy and sell page and it's all my clothes listed.
How much was she selling? Give us an example of some of the prices she was putting for things.
Oh, she was putting, these stuff were, new and had tags on them. She was trying to get, $50 to $100 each thing.
Are you, Chili? You were trying to help them out by giving them the clothes to the young daughter.
I don't know about
exactly.
that.
I was trying to give her some nice stuff, but no, she was making a profit off it.
Can I just say, really, you should relinquish all rights when you give something away, but there is something about someone taking your generosity and making money for themselves instead of keeping the thing that you intended them to have.
But on the upside, she's an entrepreneur.
Oh, no, but being an entrepreneur doesn't put money in your pocket.
But you gave it away.
Did she sell much of the stuff? Did you find out?
Yeah, look, there was a lot of comments on the clothes, people wanting them because they all had tags. I was like, maybe I messaged her for my card.
Yeah, let's try buy it all back again. Thanks, Chili. Sarah's in Sanagra. Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Good,
Sarah, what did you get for free and then flog for cash?
So we still, a little bit of a different story, but we have bulk collection and we're out the front. Someone threw this brand new wine fridge on our pile.
Yeah.
And usually you get really annoyed.
Yes.
Yeah. And we plugged it in. It worked perfectly. Then we sold it on Gumtree for $100.
Oh, what a present.
That's amazing.
What area was this in, Sarah? Where you live?
Sanagra.
Yeah.
So he's just throwing out new wine fridges.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Proper nice wine fridge.
Yeah.
Think about it, though. Maybe that person was drinking too much.
That's
and they're going, you know what? I need all of this out of my
Reformed
house.
drinker, yeah.
That's a good score.
Including the fridge. Because that fridge's got a wine fridge. When I go to it, I think of wine. Exactly. It doesn't matter what else is in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get me?
Sarah, score. Well done. Michelle's in Clarkson. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hey, Michelle. Now, did you make the money or did you give the thing away that somebody else sold?
Both, actually. My younger brother moved out with a girlfriend and they had nothing, so it was bulk collection. My partner then at the time and I drove around, filled the house full of furniture.
Oh.
They broke up a few months later. She sold everything for $1,500.
And you spent days going picking it up from the side of the road.
Absolutely not.
So, Michelle, this bulk collection thing, I know we all see the people getting around there and doing the scavenger hunt, but you actually find some good gear out there.
Absolutely. Finished the whole house, inside and out.
You do, Sean. People nowadays, our parents would hold on to something until it broke apart.
Yeah.
These days, we are so keeping up with the Joneses, and it's got to do with social media and all that sort of stuff. I truly believe that. That as soon as something is slightly soiled or it's out of style, we get rid of it and chuck it out the front.
And the richer the suburb, the better stuff gets
The university me wishes I was around this time because the gold mines outside of people's houses are unbelievable.
But what I worry about is that everybody else gets to it first because you see so many cars trawling around like when it is, that season.
Yeah.
And you're like, how am I? They're going to get all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a garage sale, by the way? Because we have.
Yeah, back in the day,
The people turn up to your house if you
So
advertise
early.
it at 6 in the morning just to
I know.
try to beat everybody to get your gear.
I
So they
know.
can on
They
solo.
get angry. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
invite that crap around your house anymore.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
When we heard that a new gibbon enclosure was opening. And is it an enclosure? I don't know. There's kind of a gibbon bridge. We've got so many gibbon-related questions, we thought we'd better go straight to the top of Perth Zoo. David Van Oren is the Executive Director. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Nat. G'day, crew. That's an incredible... Is that real or...
Yeah.
We've got a couple of gibbons in here.
That's why we're invested in this, because we've got a gibbon here and we want to know what we can do with it next.
And you know how tough it is to get a rental.
Yeah. Now, firstly, I just want to say the artist's impression of this looks amazing. And
Yes.
I don't think that I've ever seen a zoo in the world where they have thought about the animals actually being able to go over the top of you. But straight away, as you know, David, the question is, are we going to get pooed on?
Well, it depends on, what you're wearing and your attitude when you walk in the door. No, just kidding.
I know I meant by the gibbons, not by the staff. Always very polite.
Picture this.
Yes.
Picture this.
Oh,
You're coming to the zoo. You're on your first date.
Yes.
Which you do see a lot of first daters, which is gorgeous.
Love it.
Or you're a 6-year-old primary school kid.
Yes.
Or you're the grandkids bringing the kid. These are all the people you typically come. So you walk in the door, you walk past our beautiful volunteers at the information centre, and straight ahead of you is that main lake area.
Yes.
And the main lake area is where this is all happening. And so what you'll see is ropes going overhead over the pathway, and our 3 white-cheeked gibbons, soon to be 4, by the way. There's Kayak, Jermai, and female Lulani.
Yeah.
They'll be swinging overhead, natural behaviours. We've extended their habitat big time, and people will be going, ooh, ah.
Yes.
David, sounds
love
amazing.
that.
Are you telling me we're approximately got 4 gibbons?
We have 4 white-cheeked gibbons.
How much
Okay,
have we
so
spent
we're
on this?
spending $51 million a pop? Sorry, on this?
No. There's a lot more that's been involved in that 50. This is just over 11 million, including main lawn or the Heartland precinct in the zoo. So there's a fair bit of works going on.
Yeah. If they can get a discount on the ropes, I'll do it for like a $7 million.
Now, my question, David, is when they are swinging above your head on the ropes, what's to stop the gibbons dropping down onto the ground?
Good point, Nat.
Well, Nat, you're a primate, right? You're 14 metres high off the ground.
Yeah.
You're not going to let go and drop. It's such a natural instinct to not fall and drop from a height.
Okay.
So it's the science behind it. They will not, but they'll be very close overhead. So
Okay, David.
they're smart, very smart, intelligent creatures.
How many metres is it again?
Up to 14, but
Up to
it'll
14.
vary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I draw your attention to something that we all know about? Monkey in a barrel. Monkey in a barrel is a game designed for the monkeys to hold onto each other's hands and lower themselves.
So 4 gibbons connected could get to the ground, right? If they gang up.
You never thought about them working together, did you?
No, we better go back to the drawing board because that was a favourite game of mine. When I was young and I used to really beat my brother big time on tails at monkeys in the back.
Did you learn nothing from that, David?
I love it.
worried.
David, I really love it. It's been so long since I've been at the zoo. I think it's such a fantastic place. I've always wanted to do a show from the zoo. I think it would be amazing.
It would be amazing. Actually, David, on that, because we were having a discussion the other day. So the state government tips in a fair bit of money for development at the Perth Zoo. That's right, hey?
It does. We need to self-generate about 60% of the funding required to run.
Yeah, okay. We're just wondering if we all got a free ticket per year to go as a taxpayer.
Or everyone? Oh, you're saying everyone?
Sure, the answer's no, because we've got to pay. We've got to save up $51 million to make this happen.
Well, if you guys dress up in gibbon suits, I'll wave you through.
Oh, thank you so much.
You'll probably be like baboons with reclaimed asses.
Hey, this model, David, has this model been done at any other zoos in the world? I really love it.
There is a couple of places in the world, but this will be the first in Australia.
Yeah.
So we're thrilled. It's going to be so unique, so special, and we've got to get you out there, you guys, because, and I think some of you have visited, but the stuff that you can do, I've only been there 3 months, so I'm quite a newbie, but the stuff that you can do is awesome. You can do team-building exercises for your mates at work to get in amongst it. You can join the keeper talks, and what zoos are all about these days is conservation, so you can rock up to the penguin exhibit any day day, and you'll learn all about those little penguins which we find off our coast who are becoming endangered.
Awesome.
And the keeper's passion and love for the animals really gets you going. And we think we can change some behaviours.
Hey, David, you've only been there, as you said, just for a while. Has the Perth Zoo got scope to be really big? I mean, we hear about some of the zoos on the East Coast. You know, they're well known around the world. Can it be a real focal point, like serious money get thrown into it?
Well, we've got 17 hectares, so it's a reasonable site, but it is an inner city zoo.
Yeah.
So we can't move any further.
And we can't go a story up.
Put everything in the sky.
Just elephants on ropes. And
Well, the elephants are going, aren't they? So we won't have elephants for much longer. Isn't that right, David?
We've got our 2 elephants. They'll be moving to a safari park in South Australia next May or June.
Yeah.
After our beloved Trisha passed away recently. But on site we have around 1,300 animals, about 136 species. So there's a lot in there. But what we focus on these days is all about habitats.
Yeah.
So you have to have your animals and animal welfare your top priority.
Yeah.
So when you come to the zoo these days, you'll be blown away by all of the horticulture and the actual habitats themselves as much as the animals.
Oh, look, you know what? The area just itself is beautiful for a day out. But and you know, people that live there are very lucky. But the people that live there are so lucky near the zoo because if you just listen, the animal sounds that you would hear from your house.
So those gibbons, for example.
Oh,
yeah, I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
I actually listen to them. Maybe that's not what you want.
Yeah. Imagine waking up in a deep sleep and a lion's roared. You're like, whoa!
I know, it'd be so good.
I've done the thing where you can feed the giraffes and also the rhino.
Yeah.
Amazing experiences.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
You know what? We
We're on
are
board.
pro-gibbon exposure. We're very excited to get pooed on. Thank you, David.
If those gibbons team up and decide to make a human chain or a gibbon chain, we're in trouble. Thank you, David.
Hey, look, we'll come back on when we have our new white chick gibbon born in coming week.
Oh, please. And Dave, when's this enclosure going to open?
We're talking early next year, January, February.
All right, mate.
Awesome.
Hurry up.
Good on you, David.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Cheers.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
The entire country is talking about something that happened in a fast food restaurant that we will not mention. Anyway, this fast food restaurant was in Brisbane. Yes. And they said that it is an isolated incident. You would have seen the vision of a woman. It looks like she's one of the shift managers of this establishment, drying a dirty mop under the heat lamp above some freshly cooked fries.
Wow.
Now, is that the secret seasoning? That's
we're all meant to have extra crunch.
Yeah. Shocking. Everyone is absolutely shocked.
Yes,
People were disgusted. Many users expressed disgust. Honestly, doesn't surprise me, one said. I used to work at... astounded by the number of violations made for safety and hygiene. It is understood the worker is going to keep her job, by the way.
Is this worker now the arch enemy of the company?
Hey, well played. And a great whistle to follow.
I went down to the comments section of the Daily Mail article, and one thing blew me away that I don't think anyone has talked about, and that is this guy that said this one thing... One thing puzzling is why dry a mop? Shouldn't it be wet?
That's a really great
Why
point.
were you drying a mop?
I don't know, but I guess...
I know a mop's natural state is dry, but its intended purpose is wet.
It's to be wet,
So
and you
was it the
can
end
just
of the
let it
shift?
dry.
It doesn't matter, does it?
It
doesn't
wasn't
really
the end of
matter.
the shift because there were freshly cooked fries in the fry warmer.
What was the purpose of it all?
So,
is that
I bet
okay?
they're not McHappy about
yeah,
it.
this is my thing, right? Okay, I've worked in hospitality. You haven't? You've never worked
No,
in
I haven't
hospitality
worked in
either?
hospitality. No.
Yeah, what?
Oh, when I was going down the pub?
No, that's not working.
That's not working.
When
You owned a pub and just swanned in. You went at the back
I was
shoveling chips and stuff.
I did a lot of that stuff. I served beer.
Oh, who hasn't served
gave
beer?
out plates of food.
Oh,
And I was there to count the TAB receipts. That is a true story.
God, Sean, I've made a salad once. Doesn't make
Hang on a second.
salad once doesn't
Hang on
mean
a
that I'm a
second.
vegetarian.
You started that Mexican joint. You walked in, and the first day you were out the door before you made 20 margaritas for people.
Before that, mate, I was working selling bloody large combinations at a deli. What are you talking about? I worked at the Curtin University Tavern. Worked at many places. My brother worked at a place once that sold nuggets. No,
different nuggets.
No, different nuggets.
Yes.
Oh, I know. And
would they be international nuggets, like from a state in America?
I don't know. I'm not going to go ask him any questions. I don't know. It was many, many years ago.
Yes.
Like, and he was, so he got a job, and then someone had ordered 12 nuggets, and they realised they were running low on nuggets, and they only had 11 nuggets. So he looked down on the ground, and there was a nugget that was squashed on the ground. He just picked it up and put it in the deep fryer. He made up the 12 nuggets, and this is my point.
Yes.
You don't know until you know.
100%.
People could be drying mops under heat lamps all day long.
Might
We
happen
don't know.
all the time.
Suddenly we see it, we don't know. Which brings me to this. I would like to invite people that have worked hospitality to share stories about things that we don't know.
And that we might not be happy to find out.
Like boot chicken, which made the news in a big way.
Boot
Last
chicken.
year? Was it last year?
When a chicken outlet was transporting cooked chicken from one outlet to another, just in the boot of the car. Not in boxes, just in the boot of the car.
We do not need to name and shame these places.
No.
We just want to lift the lid, shine some light on the stuff that is happening that we don't see or know about it until someone films it. Now, James, we don't want any mention of any businesses, all right? So
just like we haven't mentioned the
we would
particular
never.
offending
We would
restaurant.
never. But this is Confessions of a Hospitality Worker. What have you seen?
Well, I used to work in a property in country Victoria down in Torquay, right near Bells Beach. Beautiful location. And we had a mining group come in and they drank us out of absolutely everything. And it was their gala dinner on their last night. And so what we had to do is raid all those miniature bottles that you get on the airline that were completely expired. Empty them into a big white bucket that you found in the kitchen. And pour it through a funnel back into the red wine bottles and put it on the table for the gala dinner.
Oh, that is a brilliant idea. Actually, that's a great idea.
Always
James.
have a bucket handy, you know what I mean?
That is a great idea.
bucket and a funnel.
Don't know what the hangover was like the next morning, but that wasn't my problem.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the quality by that point.
If that was a video of you pouring wine into a bucket and then funneling it back into bottles, that place. I mean, it would have been national news. But really, I mean, when you broken down the problem, that's okay.
Yeah, your solution's
I'd be
focused.
Who hasn't drunk bucket wine?
No.
I have it with my boot chicken. Thanks, James. Let's go to Melissa in Kwinana. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Val. Okay, don't name the outlet, but tell us your story.
So I worked at a lovely sandwich shop, and
yes, lovely.
it was one of my first shifts where I was slicing the capsicum, and apparently the manager was watching me and rushed over to tell me that I was being too wasteful. So he pulled out all the offcuts from the bin and proceeded to cut them and show me how to get more out of it.
Value from the
bin pepper.
How dirty was the bin? Like all the scraps had been in there, and he just grabbed them out.
Yes.
See, that would worry me. I know we talk about the chips before we get through that.
To be fair,
but
though, he's an artist.
he's an artist.
Well, we wouldn't know
I'm
that.
guessing.
We wouldn't
I mean,
know
you
that.
know.
Look, once again, I think I'd be okay.
With bin capsicum.
I've eaten stuff out of the bin at home.
But that's your home bin where you know what's gone into it.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should be more outraged. Or maybe I'm just thinking that I'm more easygoing than what I am.
Yeah, okay.
But to me right now, maybe it's just because I'm hungry.
Rochelle, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Rochelle. Okay, tell us a hospitality story that's going to horrify us a bit.
I did work at this cooking school. Nearly said the name. Not anymore. I just couldn't handle it. It was just gross.
Yeah.
So each week we'd have like a pasta night or Moroccan night, and especially on the fresh pasta night, there would always be the sauce left, so there were Alfredo sauce or a bolognese sauce. So my boss would make me keep it for the week for the next weekly class, and if I pulled it out, and quite often it would be covered in mould. So my job was to pick the mould all off of it.
Oh my God! How are people not sick from this?
Yeah.
Reheat it and put fresh parsley over the top, and she said no one will know.
Well, of course, you don't know the mixture of parsley and mould.
Rochelle.
Keep going, Rochelle. Keep going. Yeah.
And often there'd be like a fresh garlic bread left as well, and she would say, no, that's fine. We'll keep that till next week. Wrap it up tight. Then when we prepare it, I would have to spray it with water and then wrap it again, fresh parsley, fresh garlic over the top. Spray it with the water, reheat it, and just as we were about to serve it, she said, drizzle it with a bit of hot oil as well.
That should really bring it back to life.
Rochelle, why did you not have a freezer? Why wouldn't you just freeze it for the week?
Because you can do that.
No, the freezer would always be too full, and that was, just keep it in there. That's fine, she said. And this would happen so often, and I would go to bin it, and I would just get scolded by, don't bin it, you're wasting food.
Well, I mean, she had a process in place. She had you to scrape the mould off the top layer of the sauce.
And put parsley on it.
What about chucking the water on the hardened garlic bread to soften it?
It really does bring bread back to life.
That's amazing. I'm going to use it.
Sourdough works really well with sourdough.
Yeah, it
Thank
really
you,
does. There's some great tips there. Thank you, Rochelle.
Naomi, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Okay, we're hearing some fairly horrific stories, Naomi. What have you got for us?
So my sister used to run a restaurant down in Denmark, a restaurant brewery, and used to host a lot of weddings. And so you can imagine with weddings there's loads of drunk horror stories. But I was helping her out one weekend, and they were doing a wedding. And the bride's grandma had decided that she wanted to do the wedding cake. She wanted to organise the wedding cake for the wedding, and it was her contribution to the wedding. And anyway, she had approached us and said, "I'd like to do the little the fruit cake. You know, and in the olden days they used to serve it up in the little white bag to the guests." Well, we were like, "Yeah, sure, no, hey, it's your thing. You go and do it." And anyway, little did we know, the bride came up to us and said, "Who organised the wedding cake that's been handed out?" And we said, well, your grandma did, actually. It was her thing. And she goes, well, have you seen what she's handing it out in? Oh. She had gone to the bathrooms and taken all the white sanitary bags and handed the cake out in
the sanitary napkin bags.
Yes.
For disposing of
you can't blame her though. She had none of the dog poo bags left in her pocket.
Yeah, they were all, and of course they had a stamp on them, the white bags, so everyone knew that they were sanitary bags and they were getting handed out cake.
Wow,
that's gold.
Wow,
Grandma,
so
what
the
a
bride
thinker!
Was mortified.
Nothing's got to hold her back from getting their cake out.
Back in the day, mate, they used what they had.
A bag's a bag. I mean, they weren't used bags.
My nana, her outside toilet. When we go to her house, she had cut up newspaper that was on a hook.
It's very common.
And so we would literally, you could read your ass after wiping it.
Oh, smudges too when you do that.
Thank you, Naomi. Chantal, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Great, Chantal. Oh, Chantal, are you a chef?
I am.
Okay, this is exciting. We are asking for confessions of hospitality workers. You might have some good ones. What aren't we seeing?
It's not from me. It was from when I was an apprentice.
Okay.
20-odd years ago.
Yep.
My chef, we used to have a special on crayfish mornay.
Yes.
And my chef would make me keep the shell that it was served in on the table. He would keep that and make it into a lobster bisque.
Oh, so you make the mornay, you put it in the lobster shell and serve it to people.
And then use the flavour from the unwashed shell into the mornay?
No, into the lobster bisque, which is a different dish, like a soup.
Which has been at the table.
I mean, waste not, want not, to be fair.
Yeah.
Also,
actually put it in, add some water and rock and roll.
Also, can I just say, right, are you still working as a chef, Chantal?
I am, yes.
Okay. There are no mornays on the menu anymore, are there?
No.
Think about that. 20 years ago, you go out for lunch, you go out for dinner and have a lovely mornay.
And lobster mornay was super fancy.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
So, I'm not...
You can afford crayfish then.
Yes,
wow.
those are the days. Thanks, Chantal.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
hectic scenes on that Singapore Airlines flight.
Amazing.
I mean, seatbelts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seatbelts. It's unbelievable. And look, no one's expecting something like that to happen. The plane dropped 6,000 metres, which is...
Think about that.
And that's why we're seeing all the footage of the blood on the
carnage,
roof.
yeah.
There's blood on the roof from someone smashing on the roof.
this so
People
hard,
were
mate.
asleep,
Yeah.
unseatbelted, and woke up in different chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll probably... I mean, I've done it in the past, but, you're just trying to get comfortable in the thing, so you don't even think about your seatbelt. You take it off to try to get your legs around.
I always have it on. Always.
Yeah, I think you guys would be in the minority. I do it these days. I don't... Maybe because I'm older and I've seen so many different things, but certainly before...
And especially if you're asleep.
Look, I do not believe there are many people that drive without seatbelts anymore, right? Because there's a general rule been drummed into us that you need it for safety.
And there's now an alarm that dings so insistently that you can't ignore it.
So you're driving with the seatbelt on. Why do we not think we need a seatbelt when we're in the sky?
Yeah.
Well, do they say you have? They say it's a suggestion.
No, it's not a
They
suggestion.
recommend.
They recommend it,
Yes.
but then that seatbelt sign goes off. A lot of people just go.
Well, that's so
know what I mean?
they realise you can go to the toilets and stuff. There might need to be an in-between sign, you know. But I mean, come on, we all know that you've got to keep your seatbelts on. But no one expected that. No one expected that.
And spare a thought for the staff.
Yeah.
They're not seatbelted.
No,
they're walking around looking after you.
Yes.
And so there's an image of the stewardess like sitting there with a bloodied nose, and then they've got to keep working and attend to the other injured people. But a lot of them are injured themselves. It was just
that's horrific.
And the fact that somebody lost their life is part of it as well, just horrendous.
Would you fly after being on that flight? How long would it take for you to get back on a plane? Because really,
long.
it is a freak thing,
Yeah.
right? So it can happen to any flight when they hit a pocket of air.
I know, but it's a fear that we all harbour.
And some of them are on the first leg of a return journey, so they've got to get back on the plane to go home.
So how would that affect you? What do you think?
Yeah, in a great way. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It would, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you were just thinking, I mean, first of all, they're all thinking they're dying, right?
Yes.
So how do you...
Yes, from the turbulence.
It's like having a run-in with a shark. Are you going to go back in the water again? No, I got away with that one. Maybe not again.
God, and there would have been one person on there that got the got the vegan food instead of the normal food, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you kidding me? I had to eat like lima beans, now this, and now this."
That would be your biggest concern, yeah.
Too
true.
We've all been the person that the options are all run out, and you've got the veggie stuff, the couscous.
Well, that's it. When you're right in the arse end of the plane.
Yeah, it's couscous territory.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast. Last quarter.
Be there to cheer on the home team from the Bankwest Best Seats in the House.
This is awesome. Up for grabs 2 premium Bankwest Best Seats to see the Eagles take on St Kilda Saturday week. Plus food and drinks, of course, are included because these are premium seats.
Well, Stephanie wants to be there from West Swan. Steph, do you know how to win the last quarter?
Yes, by winning the last quarter.
Stephanie,
That's it, Stephanie.
You're halfway there.
Fantastic.
I know.
You're going against Brendan in the first quarter. Hello, Brendan.
Hello.
Brendan, do you know how to win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
That's right, Brendan.
We've got some quality players here going head to head in the first quarter.
They know what they're here for.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to ask you a question. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you're through to the second quarter. Get it wrong, we wave you goodbye. Are we ready? Let's test your buzzers, Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Brendan.
Brendan.
They're working well, gang.
Welcome to the first quarter. What would be in your mouth if you're enjoying a piece of Hubba Bubba?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Chewing gum.
Correct.
You're correct. We wave you goodbye, Brendan.
Pretty
Steph,
close,
you're
that
through
one,
to the
wasn't it?
second quarter when you're taking on Mel from Mindari. Good morning, Mel.
Good morning.
Hi, Mel.
How do you win the last quarter, Mel?
Well, you win the last quarter.
Fantastic.
Well done, Mel.
Well,
You
of
can
course,
You're halfway there.
You're against our first quarter winner, Stephanie. Welcome to the second quarter.
Let's test your buzzer, Mel.
Mel.
Let's go.
Feel the intensity already.
So Stephanie v Mel.
Oh, here we go. In which month is the AFL Grand Final typically held?
Stephanie.
Mel.
Stephanie.
September.
Oh, Sean has signalled a goal. Stephanie, you're through to the third
How big's your what
quarter.
now?
Goodbye, Mel.
I wrote these questions. If I did not research that, I wouldn't have known the answer
Really?
to that.
What do you know off the top of your head?
No.
It has occasionally been played in October, but it's traditionally September.
Yeah, wouldn't have known it.
Greg from Dianella, welcome to the third quarter.
Hey, Greg.
Hi.
Greg, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
That's right. It's pretty simple.
Greg, that was a pretty hesitant start there, but
He's nervous, mate.
Greg, can we get you to test your buzzer, please?
Greg.
You, of course, are facing Stephanie. Welcome to the third quarter.
the siren sounded. Here we go. Which Australian streaming service shares the same name as one of the main South Park characters?
Greg.
Yes, Greg.
Stan.
Stephanie. Greg is through to the last quarter.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Facing Greg in the last quarter is Nicola from Southern River. Hi, Nicola.
Hi.
Nicola, let's
mate.
test your...
Well, firstly, we need to find out if she knows how to win the last quarter.
Nicola?
You win the last quarter.
Correct.
you.
All right, let's test your buzzer, Nicola. Nicola?
It's Nicole.
Nicole?
It's Nicole.
Okay, Nicole.
All right, let's test your buzzer, Nicole.
Nicole.
Working
All
well.
right, welcome to the last quarter. Sure. Sean's going to write
It was your turn, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
This is it.
Here we
This
go.
is a
Here we
football
go.
question.
Which former Geelong and Gold Coast Suns champion was affectionately known as the Little Master?
Greg.
Nicole.
Greg.
Gary Ablett Jr.
He's won the last quarter by winning the last quarter. Greg, you've won 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the Eagles take on St Kilda Saturday week. And that, of course, is food and drinks included because you get both hungry and thirsty at the football, Greg. Well done.
Thank you.
No worries, everybody. Yeah, the last quarter will return tomorrow.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Well, we're seeing a bit of cooking on the box at the moment, and everyone's teeing off about how easy it is to make tacos.
No,
There's
because
chicken one.
they said we're going to teach you how to make
Teach it.
Chipotle chicken tacos, and then they're just using the old El Paso Chipotle chicken taco
Where you
sauce.
get the seasoning in there, you just
This
chuck
is
it in.
my issue with breakfast television. I know that we do a breakfast radio show, but when I think our show gives you more than something else, there's a problem. To me, this is I don't need to see someone cook chicken and add it to a jarred sauce. That to me doesn't. Why is that on TV?
Well,
if you can't do that, you shouldn't be in charge of your own life.
I agree. We do something like that at home because it's easy, right? You might do it on a Sunday night because it's just it's no thought into it.
But you're not making the tortillas.
What, Sean?
Tacos.
No,
At your house.
I don't make tacos. I don't. Tacos, I don't. Oh, look, I'm just going to say it. I don't think that many single people out there have tacos by themselves because tacos to me is a thing when you have with friends. Tacos is a friend's food. And if you're just making tacos at home, it's like, well, wow. Have fun. I don't know. There's something that really signals.
Well, it's the old El Paso ad when they're all together.
Yes,
you know,
that's
family.
right.
And maybe it's the ad. Maybe it's the ad. It's all the whole family's there and you're just by yourself. And it's like,
Maybe they just need an ad campaign that sells single tacos. And also,
people tacos.
so you can just buy 2 of the tortillas at a time. Because you've got to buy a packet of 8 and you're not going to use them all,
Thank you,
are you,
Natalie.
Nathan?
Thank you. The pressure in a packet of 8 tacos for a single person is unsurmountable.
All right.
but in Spanish, obviously.
There aren't many people out there that are cooking tacos by themselves. It doesn't happen. So,
it's a fact.
Shut up, Harry. This is constantly just the soundtrack of my head.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Nearly time for us to get out of here. Tom Gleeson's going to join us tomorrow ahead of Taskmaster Australia Season 2.
What about Sean Darcy?
Well, we've got to see if he's playing this week because he's been very coy lately.
Are you going to cross-examine him like you did last week when you made him fold?
Yeah, we made him fold and then it went on the news. And it's like we dobbed on him.
I felt like we dobbed on him too.
No, it's not. I don't want that. I don't
It
want
was your
dropping.
relentless questioning and he couldn't
But
handle
people
it.
don't realise the amount of people of note and celebrities and personalities, the amount of secrets we know, we never say anything unless you see us in the street.
Unless you buy us a drink. Hello, Ross.
Howdy, guys. How are we?
Hey, Ross.
Good. Hey, Ross, what was your take on Nathan?
Single tacos.
Single tacos.
Can single people eat tacos, or is that a friends and family?
No, you can't. It's not, can they cook them at home? Can single people cook tacos?
Well, I kind of agree with what Harry was doing. You can, but then that feeling would be overwhelming of you are alone eating a taco.
You're eating a party friend alone.
Yeah.
Should be a celebration with others. Yeah, you're right.
But yet, I don't think it's sad to eat party pies by yourself.
Well, that's in the name. So
in the name.
Your argument falls over.
Well, no, it's not even an argument. It's just a feeling. I'm just navigating my way through life.
No, sorry, the party food.
Yes,
That's in the name.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But it should be part of the argument. Yeah. But it's not. It's just feelings. You have to feel your way in a certain situation.
I'm trying to bring the mood up from that song to something completely different. Love. What are you eating with Love Generation?
Bob Sinclair.
With Love Generation, that'd be on a crumpet.
A mouldy one like you had the other day?
No, just cook it longer.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.